and welcome to my YouTube channel, The Re-Invention of Tracy West. I am Tracy West and I will be talking you through my journey through breast cancer, which started in the summer of last year. I am in the middle of treatment right now, right in the middle of chemotherapy. I'm going to get you up to speed as to what's happened up until now, and then I'm hoping that you can join me and we can do the rest of this together through the next stages of treatment. I would like to use this channel to offer you also the learnings that I've had throughout this experience so far. Some tips, some advice, some great books that I've read. I'm going to do a bit of shouting out of wonderful books that have really given me some great insights. Some brilliant websites I've picked up as well that have really helped me prepare. Some great people that I've spoken to, and some tips on certain experiences that I've had that maybe, you know, either don't do this again or maybe do this more. So this is how it will work going ahead. I thought today I could use it to introduce myself a little bit more, so you kind of know a little bit more about me generally, and then also just about how I found that I'd got breast cancer in the first place. I am 50. I am married to David. I have two children, Evie, who's 15, and Sam, who is 13. I have got a golden retriever called Pasha, who is my constant companion. She is actually sitting now down by my feet. So if I can get her to get up from her little nap, because she's just been on a walk, you can actually see her and say hello. So here she comes. She's actually getting quite used to this. Pash, come here. Pash. She's actually not going to get up. There she is. Pasha is getting really sick of me now because it's about the 10th take. But you know, she is the one that gets me out to going for walks every day and keeps me active. So I'm very grateful to Pasha. My career, my job, I am a coach. I work for myself. I run a business called Purple Hat Coaching Company. I've been doing that for about 15 years. I work mostly in the corporate sector, in many different environments. I do quite a bit of one-to-one coaching, and I also do team coaching. I'm currently only one-to-one coaching at the moment, and I can tell you more about that decision as we go through this. But that is keeping me ticking really with the business. And that's really, again, another reason why I'm going to do these clips, because I thought it might be useful to add into the mix my coaching experience and how that has helped me actually stay motivated and positive through quite a difficult time. So I'm going to be sharing some of those tips as well along the way, and trying to kind of bring in some of those inspirations that I've had from other coaches that have really helped me keep focused. About how I found that I had breast cancer. So in June of last year, I was travelling quite a bit really with my job, and I was just starting out on a really exciting month of travelling to about 4 or 5 European cities in a matter of about 4 weeks, and I was really excited about it. And it accidentally had happened like that. But I thought I'd make the most of the trip. It was summer and I was going to some lovely locations. And the first location was Malta. And it was in Malta where I accidentally realised that there was something going on with my left boob. And I had just decided I was actually just kind of doing that, really. I don't know why I was doing that, but I actually went like this and sort of felt a very tiny little lump. It was about a pea-sized lump. And I thought, that's a bit weird. But also I thought, it's nothing to worry about. I'm 50. Is it hormones? I'm like going into menopause. Is it something to concern myself? I know. I'll just wait a week and I won't think about it because I'm just having this most exciting time. So let's just hold on that thought and just keep going. So I did. And I carried on working. A week went by, it's still there. And I thought, actually, maybe I need to go and get this checked out. And at that point, I didn't tell anybody. I kept it very much to myself. Didn't want to worry anybody, didn't think it was anything serious. Rang the GP up and kind of said, oh, you know, I'd like an appointment, but I don't really want an appointment today. Can I do it when I get back from wherever I was going? And they turned around and said to me, no, you need to come today. And I think that was the first moment where I thought, maybe this is a bit more serious than I'm thinking about. Went along to the GP, they had a look, examined me, said, don't think it's anything to worry about, but we will send you to the hospital just in case. And again, still thought, I'm fine. Had the letter for the hospital, I was still travelling. I decided I've got a really great team. I was going to go to Naples in Italy. I think I'm going to go to Naples in Italy and I'll just do this when I get back. So you can see that I really wasn't taking it seriously, to be honest. But it was during that time, after I'd been to the GP, I did tell David. And that was a little bit of you know, that was again another moment where I thought, oh, you know, oh God, this is a bit serious. I don't really want to worry him. He's got too many things on his plate. We are actually building our own home at the moment as well, which I can probably pepper that in throughout the session. So we got a lot going on and this was just not what we needed at all for either of us. So it was again another real pausing moment where, well, let's just hold on and let's wait and see what happens. Went to the hospital and a lovely experience, a brilliant place. It was set up, made you feel really comfortable. Didn't feel like I was in hospital. I went in and I saw a consultant who examined me, said exactly the same as the GP. Don't think there's anything to worry about, but we'll go and have a mammogram and an ultrasound and just see what happens. Mammogram went really well. And on that note, I'd had a mammogram about 18 months previous and had no signs of a lump at all. So again, you can probably understand why I was taking it all a little bit more lightly than I should have been. Then went into the ultrasound and lay there looking at the monitor, watching this little black mass appear on the screen, thinking, that looks a bit odd. And they took a bit of a time on this little black mass on the screen, and I think they're taking ages on this. Next thing I know, can we just take a biopsy of that? That happened. And I thought, does this happen to everybody? Because nobody, and I must admit, during that moment, nobody was really talking to me. So I didn't really know what was going on, and I didn't really know whether I should be worried. So I got to the end of that and said to the nurse who'd also done my mammogram, should I be worried about this? Is this quite typical? Do you normally do this? And whether she thought she was being helpful, I don't know, but she said to me, I think you need to prepare yourself for the worst. And that was another moment where I thought, I don't know whether you can keep ignoring this, Tracy. There is something going on. And I did have a bit of a tear in my eye and thought, you know, maybe I should be worried. And I pulled myself together. But it was after that appointment that I went to see my parents. And I felt very guilty about not speaking to my parents before then, because I felt that if that had been Evie, my daughter, I'd love her to have told me straight away. But I really just didn't want people to worry. I really didn't think it was anything to worry about. So again, that was just a very bizarre moment. You know, no history of cancer in our family. We weren't expecting it. It was a real shocker and really difficult and a hard conversation to have. And we're a very positive family. So we kind of, you know, we talked about it, but we then moved, you know, we move on to more happier moments, and that was that. It was the conversation was done. And then there was a 2-week wait for the results, which, you know, was a long, long time. And I was still working, so I just got back on to what I was doing with that in the back of my mind. And that's where we probably will stop for today. And I'll pick it up when we in the next video, which will probably be next week now, about how the diagnosis, you know, how I was told, what happened at that appointment, and then what I did next. So I hope you've really found this useful. I've got to say, it's really good to talk about it. And I hope you'll join me again for the next video. And please, if you've got any comments, any questions, just pop them in the feed. I think you can do that. And I will reply. My sort of mission is to make sure that I ease the journeys of other people that are going through something similar. Anyway, take care, everybody, and I'll catch you very soon.